Hey spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here and welcome back to Let's Play Endless Space 2, The Unfallen. Now, we had just begun the invasion of this planet last episode, and then we're going to end our turn, because I don't think we have anything left to do in this turn. I always like to start an episode on the end of a turn. I don't know, maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe we should start it on the start of a turn. Maybe that's better, I don't know. Waiting for the turn to end here. Now, the turn transitions are getting quite long at this stage in the game, which is to be expected, to be fair. So survival suits. Ah yes, we did get new battle tactics, which is something we have to pay attention to now. I'll go through these things in a moment. Let me go up here. Let me have a look at these battle tactics. So there is Barrage Fire, there's Get Lucky, 70% bonus damage critical hit on weapon modules, Fleet Experience, morale effects on fleet, +5 per destroyed command point on fleet. Short range defense bonus, +3 per destroyed command on fleet. +2 crew per projectile hit on ships. Oh wow, that's really powerful. +25% long range defense bonus on ships. +2 killed per energy hit for both fleets. 100% damage absorption by unarmed ships on Oh wow, diplomatic immunity, that's a really cool one. I'm pretty happy with these ones, although revive and build I can get rid of, and I can replace that with something more reasonable. Perhaps the post-op analysis, or the I suppose it would make sense to pick up irradiation and use that. Ooh, I'm yawning. My goodness. Okay, we'll move some of these little ships around. We have a inactive fleet. Are you not ready to invade? Your fleet has insufficient manpower. How does my fleet have insufficient manpower? My fleet should have, in theory, plenty of manpower. Wait, how do I have insufficient manpower? What? Keep entwining that. Alright, so let's have a... Oh, there's a battle, right. We will fight that and we should win it, no problem. Because we're using the turtle effect. Yep. Ground battle at GM. So we should be able to... They're probably going to rustle up a bunch of... what do you call those things? The dudes who... These conscripts, they're going to conscript units. We found the Haroshims. And we're going to make good friends with those Haroshims. They're quite good on sterile. I tell you what we'll do, Haroshim. We will make you be our primary species on this planet, and we will give you some friendly, happy advice, mainly in the form of some pretty basic technology and stuff like that. Now, these guys are going to sit here for a little bit while they heal up and regenerate their forces. Okay, I think that's going to be the end of this turn. Oh. We just completed Extreme Composites, which gives us the Extreme Rations and the hull upgrade for the Thorn class military ships, which, you know, we're not going to use those just yet, but we can if we want to. In fact, we may actually go towards that upgrade. And we also got the Agri Drugs, which is another upgrade for our Loam class stuff. And we found the Human Empire. Oh, I did not mean to press that button, whatever it was. So let's go over here. So we have finally discovered the Orange Empire. And I suppose it's about time that we made peace. How do you feel about having some peace? You don't feel particularly well about having some peace. You want impactless sight, which is a perfectly reasonable technology in exchange for some, and you will give me some dust and you will give me some peace. How do you also feel about a trade agreement and some map sharing? They will take it. I will spend the influence for this, and The peace should skyrocket my income again, so I'll go from 3.5k to 4.2k. Built by the virtual endless during the Dust Wars, the Cravers successfully wiped many planets and stations clean of the concrete. Once their usefulness is over, however, the Endless shut down the factories and abandoned the Cravers, dumping the remaining troops on Husk, a random planet, and bombing it back into the Stone Age. Grim and resolute, the Cravers survive and evolve, using makeshift and stolen technology to scrabble their way back to the stars. So, we have discovered the Cravers. And we built the Date Clearing Bureau. And we've discovered the Gnashast. And we've discovered the planet Raya, the home of the Mitri. The first Mizrahi starships arrived millennia ago, landing on a green, virginal, and empty planet of breathtaking and fecund wilderness. Today, Raya proudly shows its pioneering frontier past as it tamed the wildlands and storm-racked oceans. Its landmass is now brimming with mighty industrial swathes and urban powerhouses. As the ocean stand huge, on the ocean stand huge mining platforms. Raya's riches, now the United Empire's riches. Above half-built starship yards orbit the conquered world as the Empire prepares to take its glorious civilization to the rest of the galaxy. Cool. And they accepted my deal. And I can now, if I get out of here, I'm at peace and I have some knowledge of these guys. I haven't quite found the Cravers, oddly enough. So we gotta go through some of these things. I don't need to... Things that are open. Oh, we have a new hero available to recruitment. Oh. How about we take a pacifist Riftborn Overseer? And then we will assign him to... Oh, I suppose Mizar. We'll assign the pacifist Riftborn Overseer to Mizar. We will confirm this thing. We will inspect the hero, and then we will upgrade his skills. We will give him plus 5% dust, plus 20. We'll give them a lot of production. And then some bonus stuff here. And we will secure that with a confirmed thingy. So this system now has a pretty big, decent production increase. So we can clear out this. Clear out some of these acknowledgements so that we can get to work. So we recruited a new hero. That's good. We can get rid of that now as well. We have discovered a new nebula. Okay. 80% of the galaxy explored. Awesome. That's really cool. Not much left now to explore. Just a little bit here and there. I do have shared vision now with the Sophon. We discovered some ice asteroids and some solar nebulas. Hero leveled up. Because I built that wonder. So, I have some things to do here. I'm going to give you the +2 influence per system per planet. I'm also going to take extra production. Additionally, we will take the... We will apply those skills. And then we have to consider what we're going to do. Hostile treaty cost. Plus 20% this capacity on system. So... And then we will +2 value on strategic resource, plus 40%, 80% production on a system. That's crazy good. I'll take that any day of the week. So my garden is now really good. Where is he situated? Is he situated on Phoenix? He is. From Vox Populi, 400 production from that. I'm going to get predictive logistics. There is a toxic planet here. We're going to want the culture center. We're also going to want AI labor. And we need to start terraforming some of these planets upwards. This monsoon planet can probably go up to... Oh, do I want a forest or a... I think I want the... I think a forest planet is slightly better. And so we will go up to a forest planet here. And again, I think I'll go up to a savanna here as well. That's a lot of production to get those things done. And I suppose there's no harm in picking up some of the science buildings. That'll keep you busy for a little bit. I will move some of these units around. My goodness, this is a long turn. Uh, so what are you gonna do? There's not really much left for you to do, to be honest. What you could do is head back to... Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send you over to Phoenix, and it's time for some upgrades to happen. So, let's have a look at the Vine ship, or the Questioner. So, weapon-wise, it's using a basic Terraco laser. Improved ultra-dense slugs. These have pretty good anti-missile efficiency, which is 24 DPS versus the 27 DPS. But it also has the anti-missile portion, so that's okay by me. Now, the shielding here is 45,350, which is 4330, and it reduces critical hits, though. That's the big difference there. Fleet XP per damage absorbed HP. We will slot this in because it is better. But we're probably going to keep Heart's Ward active on this ship. Even though this does reduce critical hits, this is just... cancel. This is slightly better in general. Although the critical hit reduction could be nice. Would it be willing to sacrifice 1% damage for... Yeah, I think it is, but this is actually better. That's that. Okay, so this ship has now been upgraded. And the Vine ship will just upgrade its armor. We will give it better shielding, and we will give it better reactive plating. Also, it has a Vine beacon, and it has a pretty good engine at this point, so we'll just apply that design. Now the well has been upgraded significantly, actually. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to strip off the weapon. We're going to strip off the accelerator. We're going to strip pretty much everything off, actually. And let's get started from scratch. Okay, so the very first thing we want to put on this is an engine. Hyperium engine. And I could put a flotilla shield. So what does this do? Flotilla shield capacity. Wow. That's really good. And so that should, in theory, provide shielding for pretty much the entire fleet. So we will do that. Increases chance to be targeted, which is an antimatter lenser. Lower chance to be targeted, which is an adamantium jammer. And a adamantium salvager. Loss when sieging. So I think slotting in this basic flotilla shield is okay. So now's the time we're going to slot in our new uniform defense matrices. So here we are. I think we could go a step up here and go super defense and then take 2 weapons. I think that's a perfectly reasonable thing to do. So we're going to, on this one, we're going to take the improved ultra dense slugs, I think. Oh, we can't take 2 weapons, can we? No, it can only have 1 weapon, but we will take the improved ultra dense slugs because it's a more defensive weapon. We will also take the defensive items here. And instead of taking a secondary shield, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to put on 2 of these basic flotilla shields, which provide shields to the entire fleet. I'll put 2 of these on. And then I'll put a... What else will I put on this? Support modules. Is there any fleet stuff I could do? This is health repair. We could use a repair module. Is there a more advanced repair module? Lower chance to be targeted, projectile damage. Basic flotilla shield. This is a fleet accelerator. Flotilla crew destruction. No, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to slot in the, just some extra defenses to make the ship even beefier. There we go. Now we've got a super beef ship. It's a pretty expensive ship in terms of production and basic technical resources, but it's a good ship. Now this guy, it's time to make some edits to you also. We'll strip pretty much everything off you as well. So let's get started with the engines. So probably going to equip an advanced engine here, and we will slap on 2 sets of armor. Now, we're going to put on some good weapons here. Now, a lot of my fighting happens up close, so I think I could get away with taking these phased beam laser things. That's pretty expensive considering we're not mining antimatter. Hmm. Basic phased beam. So he does want to take beams on this guy. I'll take some super beams, and I will take just for the sake of being well-rounded, is I will take some ultra dense slugs, which will offer some combat power in the various other stages. Yeah, I'll take some improved ultra dense slugs, and that should give me damage. Wait, hold on. Okay, no, I was crazy. Don't worry about what I was thinking there. And then I'll put on a Heart's Ward, I guess. No, I don't want to spend that sort of thing. I'll stick on an extra shield, and then I'll stick on some extra armor. Although, I could take an energy damage booster. And then slot in a third of these. Now the ultra dense slugs are almost as good. So I'll just go extra defenses here just to keep this ship alive. Another fairly expensive ship, but it's not too bad. It's a really powerful ship. That's my needler. Now the light ship here. Goodness, goodness, goodness. You are a coordinator type ship, which is a defensive type ship. So, very first thing is we're going to auto-design this. I don't like them. We're going to strip off everything, actually. I changed my mind. We'll strip off everything you have, and the very first thing we're going to put on is an engine. A good engine. Okay, then we're going to put on some defenses. One of these, one of these. You're going to take a repair module, I think is also a good one to take. And then maybe some sort of additional manpower. I could do that, or I could take some sort of fleet defense thing. This is fleet movement speed. Lower chance to be targeted. Flotilla crew destruction. How about we take some flotilla support shielding? And then we'll stick another armor piece on here. And then we'll put a weapon on you. We'll put some ultra dense slugs on you. And then I suppose we'll put an extra shield. No, we'll put a secondary weapon on you. We'll put some extra ultra dense slugs. And that should provide you with some decent variable firepower, and then we'll apply that design. So that's the light ship. Now the fire ship has already been more or less designed, and I think we're going to further just completely hyper focus it on super duper close range. Although the ultra dense slugs almost give as much DPS, but are much more flexible. So I think I'm just going to take ultra dense slugs. I'm going to replace the armor here with the better version. And then that's that. So let me go back here to this needler. I'm going to edit it. I think the ultra dense slugs are just actually better, because they're almost as much DPS. Oh wait, there is something I'm not considering though if I go in here, because these things have different levels of penetration. will leave it. This is fine. We'll leave it the way it is. And what was the well again? Yeah. So the ultra dense slugs are pretty much what I'm using throughout my fleet, because they're really good. Cygnus has been terraformed to a steppes planet. Which one was that? That was this one. And then a monsoon will be next. I think I want to keep these planets hot if I can. So let's have a look here. What can I slot in here? I don't need any food. I could... These are fertile planets, so... I don't need any happiness. I could use a little bit of this... System influence stuff. So I'll pick those up. Bit of dust never hurt nobody. And then we can start terraforming some of these planets. Okay, so I want to keep these planets hot, so I want to potentially terraform them to arids. Even though it doesn't really change much, but it opens up options to keep them hot, I think. We'll terraform you into a desert. That's going to be 3 terraforms, I think, right? Yes. Okay, that one doesn't work for some reason. We've entwined a planet, so let's go over here to Genomos. We will settle this. We'll settle the Mediterranean one. Oh my god, look at this gorgeous, beautiful artwork. They've done a fantastic job. Let's skip it. Okay, so again, this planet's gonna need some McLovin, and I think I know the guy to give it. No, we'll churn it along nice and slowly. It'll get through that queue on its own without any help. Although we could send some population over there. So what was the name of that planet and how much room did it have? Genomos, and it has quite a bit of room. So let's send over some population. We'll move this to Genomos. We will send them a Zavali. And do we have another population type? No, we just have, we have Hisho actually. We'll send over some Hisho. And Gem, what do you have? We have Haroshems. How about you over in... Zane has some population you could send over probably. So we will send you over to... oh, you're not actually upgraded yet, oddly enough. Corvus, you can do it though. I'll send over some dudes from Corvus. We will send these over to Genomos, and we will send one of our little Pulsos guys, and they should get some population room over there. I want to spread our population around, if at all possible. I think it's a pretty reasonable thing to want to do. Okay, we will end the turn here. Oh my god. I really am getting through many turns here. It's tough. It's tough. Okay, so you actually need some production. Predictive logistics, and then colonize these 2 planets, I think is a perfectly reasonable... well, we might... let's do the colonization first. Then grab some farming stuff. We'll get predictive logistics first. Forest planet is very nice. And then we'll end turn. Labs and Fab. So it looks like I just got a new achievement. I'm getting a lot of achievements in this game. Okay, so planetary specialization and system improvement. Okay, so now we can generate our production into science. Recent developments led to creation of a new trading company. Awesome. Power of Academy has reached level 6. Okay. The new event, the Smoking Gun Part 1. With the elections approaching, you have begun to take note of the growing support for minority parties within your government. Your aides have been giving you conflicting reports on the causes. Some try to argue that it's a matter of policy views, age gaps, and changing values, but the arrests of several high-profile legislators charged with spying for the enemy means there are maybe a bigger picture at stake. A group of mercenaries approaches you, spies who claim expertise in getting results done without getting caught. If you hire them, they claim they could root out the conspirators and tip the election in your favor. Reduce costs to cheat. No, we'll just arrest the spies. Wealth flows into the Empire's coffers. All patriots rejoice. Okay. So I think I'm going to call this an end of the episode here so that we have something to do at the start of the next episode. So I want to thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I love you all very much. Make sure to subscribe if you want to get notified when the new video comes out, and make sure you leave a like if you want to directly support me. Other than that, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.